Hello everyone, I'm Alex with Anchor Collectibles and welcome back to the channel. Today's Commander Spotlight is all about Lord Windgrace, leading my deck called Lord's Landfall. This is a Jund colored commander. It's all about lands hitting the battlefield, some graveyard recursion, and turning your mana base into your biggest weapon. If you enjoy commander content, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know your favorite landfall in the comments. So Lord Windgrace is a Planeswalker commander from the 2018 Commander sets. His +2 ability lets you discard a card, then draw a card, or discard a land and draw two, which fuels our graveyard strategy right away. The -3 is where he shines. He brings 2 lands back from the graveyard to the battlefield. His -11 gives us an army of 2/2 cat warriors for I think 6. You also destroy 6 target non-land permanents, which helps keep the board clear. So let's talk about how the deck makes the most of his abilities. So first thing we have is a Landfall and Recursion. The main engine here is Landfall. We got Scute Swarm, Avenger of Zendikar, Lotus Cobra, among a few others that we'll talk about in a bit. We also have extra land play with cards like Oracle of Moldiah, Exploration Broodship, as well as Min and Den. We also have the Sexy Druid of the Elysian Grove in here, which makes all our lands able to tap for anything. The Graveyard Recursion comes with Crucible of Worlds, as well as our commander, Lord Windgrace. Crucible of Worlds, Ramunap Excavator, Splendid Reclamation, World Shaper. When it dies, return all land cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. An Ancient Green Warden, which allows us to play lands from the graveyard. In addition, we have a backup commander here called Zarel, who allows us to play lands from the graveyard. So Lord Windgrace ensures we have access in our command zone for that recursion package. This deck ramps as well. Of course, it's got green in it. It doesn't use a lot of mana rocks. In fact, I don't think I have any in here. It ramps with things like Harrow, Animus Awakening, Scouting Trek, as well as fetch style ramping. You got Fabled Passage, Rocky Tar Pit, Mountain Valley, Prismatic Vista, and other ways to get basic lands into your hand, or just lands. You got Green Seeker, which searches for a basic land, Groundskeeper, which brings back land from the graveyard, as well as Satyr Wayfinder, which not only brings a land to your hand, it also feeds the graveyard. Once the land engine is rolling, the deck deploys its payoff. So what are some of the payoffs? Well, I showed you Scute Swarm, Avenger Zendikar, Lotus Cobra. We also have Omnath, Locus of Rage, which punishes opponents every time whenever a elemental dies, and you make one for every land drop. So Avenger of Zendikar turns lands into a growing army. We also have Zendikar's Royal, which pairs well with Omnath Locus of Rage because it makes elementals. Tireless Provisioner and Tireless Tracker, they keep us fueled with cards as well as mana and food. And we did mention Zarel, one of our other threats, and then Hearthhold, which thrive in land-based recursion. We do have control and utility. Even though it is a landfall deck, we do have some answers. So we got Beast Within, Assassin's Trophy, Decimate. Oh, I have Decimate. Where is it at? Rakdos Charm, Blasphemous Act, and Grade of Granite. Struggle, deals damage to the creature, World's Rage, and Decimate. There it is. In addition to that, we have cards like Bajuka Bog, Leech-Ridden Swamp. They give us utility in our mana base. We also have lands that you sacrifice to do things. We have some cycling lands that you can cycle for card draw and then recur them with Lord of Windgrace. This is a new one that came out in the Commander set, World Shaper, which anytime you tap this, you put a hatchling counter on this. Reminds me of the Spider Doll from Duskmourn. And when this land is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, for each hatchling counter, you make a 1/1 insect creature token with flying. And we do have ways to sacrifice lands here. So we got Baloth, This is another payoff for sacrificing lands. This sacrifices creatures. This gives us cycling for all our lands in our hand. Some card draw. Augur of Autumn, plays land from the top of the library. More sacrifice outlets. Sacrificing lands. And Gitrog Monster also gives us another sack outlet for our lands. We did include the good old classic Dryad Arbor, who is a land and also a creature. And again, we sacrifice these lands and we can recur them thanks to Lord Windgrace, our land recursion package. So we're able to recur all these utility lands multiple times. So how does Lord's Landfall close the games? Well, one path is with our army of tokens. Scute Swarm, Avenger, Zendikar, Omnath, Zendikar's Royal. So you go wide with tokens that scale as the lands keep showing up. The second path is direct damage with Omnath. With all the different lands entering, you're going to get those elementals. Those elementals die either because your opponent, you board wipe, or you sacrifice them. And it's going to damage individuals directly or clear their board. Combined with cards like Splendid Reclamation and our recursion, we can bring back a lot of lands and make it an ultimate game-ending event. So Lord Windgrace is a resilient land-based commander. Between his recursion, his card advantage, and win conditions, you can grind long games or explode out of nowhere. So that's my Lord Landfall deck, helmed by Lord Windgrace. You can choose to either have Hearthhold or Zerael at the helm, or Soul of Windgrace. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for more Commander Spotlights every Monday. Thanks for watching, and may your lands always enter untapped. I'm back. Don't forget to check the description of the video for a link to our store where we sell singles and other items, and check out our other videos for Commander Spotlights as well as our product openings. Thanks again for watching.